My love for you is pure like a morning dew. When you post your lewds and my heart jumps over the moon. You liked my tweet when I said you were thick with two C's. That's when I knew that I'd found the girl for me. And all I had to do to have you was sign up for tier 2 of your Patreon. 'Cause you're my Patreon girl, and your love for me depends on how much money that I pledge to you monthly. And you make me feel like I'm the light of your whole world. But deep down I know I'm being used by an e-girl to pay for her G-Wagon. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart. I've been subbed 1 year, so I just got a new badge. Now all the plebes in chat know that I've seen your vag. And I know someday you'll finally realize that I love you more than your boyfriend or those other guys. Yeah, all I have to do to have you is sign up for tier 2 of your Patreon. 'Cause you're my Patreon girl, and your love for me depends on how much money that I pledge to you monthly. But you make me feel like I'm the light of your whole world. But deep down I know I'm being used by an e-girl to pay for her G-Wagon. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart.
Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? But even living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. Boku no mirai wa dare ni mo wakaranai.
Good morning. It's Friday. We survived a entire work week. And, yeah, 4 days this week. Damn. Just like old times, right? Just like old times. So who we got in chat this morning? We got Gigi bragging about being first, calling Seth a fake fan, fake kiddo, and Tuja. So, good morning. I hope you guys have got your coffee, your energy drink, whatever it is that your routine is of a morning, because the story we have this morning involves furries attacking litter boxes, and possibly, just possibly, a little manipulation and use of middle school kids. And you just got to love it when adults use middle school kids for their agendas, right? Because nothing is as wholesome like adults using kids to promote their agendas. I mean, that's really that's just right up there with apple pie and baseball here in America, isn't it? Kids being used and manipulated by parents or by adults. I mean, it just does my old heart good to know that adults would do that, that they would manipulate and control kids into doing that. And I love it. I'm here for it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see if somewhere in all this we can find a little bit of humor because it's Friday. And I don't want us going into the weekend like a bunch of Debbie Downers, right? I want us to be upbeat. Boy, I tell you what, them glasses, I'm going to have to get the Windex out. All right. So let's just rip the Band-Aids off on this story. Let's just get right into it. And let's just do the things that we do here, right? So first and foremost, I want you guys to know something. Water is the most essential element of life. Because if you don't have water, you can't make the coffee. And if you can't have the coffee, then you just can't do it, right? Anyway, all right. So, where does this story start? Well, this starts at Mount Nebo Middle School in Payson, Utah. It's in the great state of Utah, right? So, this story came across my feed several days back. And some people may have talked about this, they may not. I have been doing my very utmost best not to try to watch any coverage of any of the topics that I lined up this week because I didn't want it to sound like a regurgitation of somebody else's talking points. And it still may come across that way because I feel like there are essentially really two types of people in this world, right? The crayon eaters, right? The glue sniffers, the Elmer's glue chuggers, right? The oatmeal for brains, if you will. And then you have your everyday run-of-the-mill, just normal, sane, average people, right? And I like to think that our little part of the internet over here, right? Us, me, and the coffee beans, we are the sane people. We get a little out there sometimes, but I mean, we don't sit there and chew crayons all day, every day. So, what is this about? All right. So, about a week ago, a bunch of middle school kids walked out of the Mount Nebo Middle School there in Utah. Middle school. So let's put some numbers to this, right? When we say middle school, what we're talking about here is 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. So we're talking 12, 11, at the upper end of the age should be, right? Down to about 8, 9, somewhere in there on the lower end, right? So on the 4th graders, right? That's what we're talking about, right? So, we're talking babies here. We're talking children, right? These are not, they're not teenagers. They're not young adults. We're talking about this essentially should be off, you want to say off limits, right? This age group should not be having to deal with this kind of nonsense. Now, first and foremost, there is some manipulation stuff that's going on in this situation. Without a doubt, unequivocally, these kids are being manipulated. Now, that being said, I don't know if it is manipulation on the part of certain entities within the school district itself, be it educators within the school district or administration within the school district, or if this is parents or outside political influences. Okay, I don't know where it really, because there are some things that have been put out and released by the school district that kind of backs up what these kids are alleging. But I don't know if it's just something that's harmless in nature, and somebody like the parents or political pundits decided to take and run with it. I don't know. But so we're going to start off with this article here in the Daily Mail. And it said around 75 parents and students staged a protest on Wednesday. Some children claimed their furry peers were biting and scratching people. However, a spokesman for the district slammed the claims as untrue. Says students at the Utah Middle School staged a walkout and protest their peers who were identified as, quote, furries, people who dressed up as animal costumes after accusing them of scratching and biting classmates. The hours-long protest took place outside the Mount Nebo Middle School in Payson, Utah on Wednesday. It was triggered by a petition demanding a stricter dress code, with some middle schoolers reporting that the offending students were physically attacking other people. A furry is anyone with a strong interest in anthropomorphic animals. Enthusiasts often don full-body costumes and gather at furry conventions. The allegations from inside Mount Nebo Middle School even drew condemnation from members of the costume community themselves. So even the furries are condemning what's been going on here. Some of them, right? It's crazy that this has escalated to this point where these kids are being so distracting to their peers that their peers want to stage a walkout. A furry identified as Strudel. We're going to get to see Strudel. Remember Strudel, the name Strudel. Put a pin in it. Remember it. Told ABC4 in Utah. You can see the kids here, right? In these pictures, you can see the kids. Around 75 parents, students gathered on the sidewalk by the school campus, holding up posters with messages ranging from compelled speech is not free speech to stop brainwashing us. The demonstration was preceded by a Change.org petition titled Students for Humans at School, Not Animals, aka Furries, that went live on Sunday. While the initial target was 500 signatures, the campaign quickly racked up more than 1,000 of them. The petition received over 14,030 signatures. It calls for stronger enforcement of Section 3.8.1 of the dress code, the district's dress code, which prohibits elements of a student appearance that draws undue attention, disrupt, or otherwise interfere with the learning atmosphere at school. For examples provided are jewelry, accessories, tattoo, hair, and facial hair. Yeah, because I'm sure middle school, yeah, they're going to have facial hair. Yeah, and tats. No. Please help us in taking care of our children's well-being and safety while at school, the petition begs. However, it seemed the students had a different concern. Several middle schoolers lobbed accusations of violence at their peers, including alleged instances of biting. Multiple of my friends have been bitten by the furries and scratched, and the school won't do anything about it. When we tell them, one student said in a video testimonial, they're barking at us in class when they try to bite people's ankles. We need them to out of our environment, save it for the force, another said. So anyway, there you go. That's there are the short they're Strudel. There's Strudel. We're going to get to hear Strudel talk about this here in just a second. I got a clip. Anyway, so that's the article on the story, right? That's this article. Now, I've got, where's my notes here? Friday. Go up through my thing here because I've got some timestamps in my notes here. Okay. So the first thing I want to show you guys, right? This is the group of kids that had gathered, and adults, that had gathered out to protest this situation. It's over an hour long. The person that put this up is what is his name? Adams. He's a local politician, or not politician. He's like a local conservative talk host, I think is what they said, if my memory serves correctly on what he does. But anyway, this this is what this is just a little anyway.
We the people, not the animals. 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 We the people.
Okay, so you get it. They're chanting and so forth, right? And then I want to come over here to about 10 minutes and 43 seconds. Here we go. This is the guy here, and he's interviewing some of these kids. It's hard to hear what they say because two things. One, they're all talking at the same time. And two, there's all this background noise and stuff, but I want you to try to listen clearly to what they talk about their experience with these kids.
Why are they spraying you with Febreze?
Just because they're jerks.
Because we apparently have
And they keep,
rabies.
and there's a rumor that they were putting litter boxes in the girls' bathroom. And the boys. They started putting litter boxes. Yeah,
Is that, I heard that was just a rumor.
No, it's true.
Is this something you've seen?
Yeah.
Okay. Two things stated there. So they're talking about, in the article, they talk about the kids biting, trying to bite, scratch, claw, so forth, their fellow students, these furries, right? The next thing that they talk about is they're spraying them with Febreze, right? Because supposedly the furries, quote, furries, again, I'm using this quote on these about these kids, these furries, spraying them, whatever, with Febreze to, quote, get the kids say rabies. They're not for sure exactly why. Another article I read on it said to cover up their human scent, that type of thing. And then lastly, litter boxes in the bathrooms for the, quote, furries. Now, here's my problem. Okay. Kids spraying kids with Febreze or things like that or whatever. I don't want to just play down. I don't want to just be dismissive of the, because there could very well be something more going on here. And it might be a little bit more serious than what I'm looking at this. But again, like I said, these are young kids. They're middle schoolers, so that's typically 4th, 5th, and 6th grade students. This subject, this issue, quote, furries and things of that nature, I just don't feel is a natural topic or conversation that this age group of kids would be having, right? So I have to ask myself, and maybe I'm just out of touch. Maybe I just don't understand what the youth of America, especially that age group, is dealing with today. I could, maybe I just don't get it right. I don't know, but it just seems like to me, or what I think is possibly a thing here is that you had some kids, and what the school district says is that the kids are not wearing, quote, costumes, right? They're not wearing what most of us, when we say furry, we think of somebody that's in full regalia, right? I mean, they've got their fur persona, or whatever it is that they call it. Dressed up as a dog or a fox or a wolf or a cat or whatever it is, right? But what the school district is saying is that some of the kids were wearing like these headbands, type thing, that had little ears sticking out on them. And yes, some of them had these little tails clipped to their pants or their little, their belts or whatever, you want to call it, that type of, so that's what they're deeming as furry, right? Again, right, these are young kids, at that age, the imagination is a huge part of their makeup, and I really hope that it's a bad thing either way. And if I'm being fully, truly transparent here, I think it's a bad thing. If this is a deal where some overzealous parents are using that have maybe some political agenda, is using this situation to harass some of these kids that maybe they're escaping a little bit, escaping reality a little bit through make believe, right? And so they're bringing the political agenda and the furriness and all that up kind of nonsense. If they're doing that for an agenda, shame on them. 100% shame on them. If these kids are truly being like these students here and stuff, if these kids are quote being indoctrinated into this, furriness and litter boxes and stuff like that, shame on them. Let these kids be kids. Let them play. Let them, have their little make-believe things that they do. What I don't. Now, they don't need to be, if they're truly trying to bite and claw and scratch, no, they don't need to be doing that. That's out of pocket. That's out of hand, right? And they don't need to be spraying their classmates with Febreze, right? And they sure as the devil don't need to be putting litter boxes in the bathrooms. That's just nasty. It's just nasty. But anyway, like I say, I do believe that there are some adults in this situation that have some alternative agendas, right? So I think we're out of pocket on that. Let's hear what was it, Strudel? Was that this cat's this person's Strudel, right? I want to make sure I got that right. Strudel. Yeah, Strudel. Let's listen to what Strudel. You guys remember? I said, remember old Strudel? Let's listen to what Strudel had to say about this.
Thank you.
This is Strudel, a member of the furry fandom. Though they've been a furry for over a decade, they have their own opinions.
It's crazy that it's escalated to this point where these kids are being so distracting to their peers that their peers want to stage a walkout. So to have, the next generation kind of muddy our name and not represent it very well, it is kind of disappointing.
Strudel believes there should be some limits.
Continue doing things you like, continue dressing up, continue making art, but maybe let's keep it outside of school hours.
As for the school, Sorensen says they have one main goal.
We want every student to feel safe when they come to school, and we want students to get along. In fact, we want adults to get along.
Okay, so the district says they've worked with some students whose dress and appearance they say might be disruptive to the school environment.
Okay, so anyway, there's a little snippet of the news article or interview with Strudel, and like I said, the TV station said that there were a few kids that were dressing that was potentially disruptive. So I think somewhere in middle ground there were some kids that were probably doing some make-believe type, stuff. I don't believe it was, quote, the full-blown furry persona that we as adults understand what it is. And I believe that there potentially was some manipulation of these kids, maybe on both sides, right? Because why not? Why would you ever, if you are political, if you have political agendas and stuff, you never ever let an opportunity to exploit a situation to your advantage. And people on both sides of this have political agendas. And so there's no doubt in my mind that, this I just really truly believe that this was just blown way out of proportion. But this got this really so. Here's another article. This is coming from the Salt Lake Tribune, a local paper there to Utah, and this is what it said. A district spokesperson said the protesting be organized after a message sent to families was misinterpreted. So the school district had sent a letter out to kids or to the parents prior to any of this, prior to the walkout protest, any of this. There was a letter sent, and so many times, I know from personal experiences, when a school district tries to convey a message or convey information, right, to parents, no matter how well it's written, no matter what the intention, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You're going to have disgruntled parents, right, that see negative stuff no matter what's going on. They're always negative. They always have a negative attitude towards anything that's going on as far as the educational process, right? Because more chances than not, they're just negative people. They're just bitter, sad little people. But anyway, it said video of middle schoolers walking out of a Nebo school district in Payson on Wednesday quickly spread in conservative social media circles, with posts claiming that students were protesting because the district was allowing student furries to terrorize other students. Okay, conservative radio host Adam Bartholomew. This is the guy here, right? This is the guy that we saw here. Let's see here. This right here. This is Andrew Bartholomew. I'm pretty sure this is him. This is who they were talking about, right? He's also, if I'm not mistaken, this is also the guy here. Let me pull this up here.
Sloppy.
Yeah, Adam Bartholomew. This is the same guy, right? That did the furry protest stuff, right? 40. Look here, most of his stuff, right? 107 views, 74 views. This one, 49,000 views, right? So if you don't think there was not a YouTuber aspect of this, right? Think again. The guy has 1,000 subs. I really would like to know what his sub count was prior to this 49,000 view. Because, I mean, look at this here. I don't think he's gotten any views. Oh, here's one, 420. Oh, here's one, 3.6 thousand. Truth about the push to replace the Utah state flag. That one got 3.6. Here's one got 6.5. Alpine School District admins caught breaking state law. So anyway, but you can see here, most of his stuff really not really getting a whole lot of views, right? Okay. So we kind of established that. But anyway, conservative radio host Adam Bartholomew, who shared video of the walkout to X, wrote in a post that the students who organized the protest told him student furries were biting, scratching, and spraying human repellent at other students. And when a student retaliates, they are the ones who get suspended. Again, we're already going to produce and tell parts of that backs up our agenda, right? So Nebo School District said the claim was false. He also said students at the middle school are not wearing full body animal costumes to class as furries, part of a subculture of people who sometimes dress up like animal characters but act like humans are known to do. So they weren't wearing full body costumes, which is what I said. They're wearing little, headbands, things like that, right? But by 4 p.m. Wednesday, Bartholomew's video and claims have been picked up and spread by libs of TikTok, an account on X that shares anti-LGBTQ post. And other clips cleared at generating right-wing outrage. Bartholomew is married to Carrie Bartholomew, who is running as a far-right candidate for the Utah State Board of Education. All right, so now we're getting into it, right? So his wife is running as a candidate for the State Board of Education. There you go. Here we go. So if we can, okay. It's all political. Every bit of it. I knew it was political. Students claim that the furries bite them, bark at them, pounce on them without repercussion. The libs of TikTok's post read, however, they defend themselves anyway, they get in trouble. Dismissing the claim, sources said the Wednesday protest seemed to be organized after a message the school sent to families last week was misinterpreted. School's message encouraged respect, officials said. The message was sent after a group of students had been targeting other groups of students, saying things that they were heard by others that the administration felt were inappropriate and shouldn't be said, sources said. All right. So here is, I'm going to put on my speculation cap here, whatever. Here's what I suspect. So humans, even little bitty ones like this, have a tendency to gather together, right? They group up, and they, if somebody's a little bit different, if somebody's a little bit, odd, if you will, they will single them out and they will harass them. They will target them, harass them, bully them, whatever you want to call it, right? Make fun of them, ridicule them. And if these kids were wearing little ear headbands, and I understand something, guys. I'm not pro furry. What I am is I'm anti-adults using kids to perpetuate their agendas. Using kids to perpetuate an agenda is horrific to me. They're kids. Leave them alone. Right? Now, I'm not saying that these kids need to be wearing little ear bands with ears on them and tails and that kind of stuff on their belts, things like that. If it's disruptive to the educational process, then guess what? They don't need to be wearing them. It's just that plain and simple. They could do the make-believe at home on their personal time where they're not impacting the education process. In the same turn, right, if a kid is coming to school and they're wearing a necklace with spikes on it, like a dog chain type, whatever necklace type thing, because they're into punk or things of that nature, and that's disruptive to the class, then they shouldn't be allowed to wear it. It's just that simple. If they're not wearing what is deemed the norm, right? T-shirt, blouse, a pair of slacks, a pair of pants, blue jeans, maybe some whatever, then just don't do it, right? Just even to the point where I know some school districts have a policy about kids cannot dye their hair other than any normal, natural hair color, right? So if a young lady wanted to dye her hair blonde, okay, she's fine. But if a guy wants to dye his hair blue, can't do it, right? There are school districts that have those kind of policies because they deem it as an impact on the educational process. I don't necessarily subscribe to that myself, but there are some school districts that had those type of policies. Guys, people couldn't dye their, the kids couldn't dye their hair green or purple, blue, things like that were not naturally occurring hair color, that type of stuff, because they deemed it a interruption to the educational process. So I think that this guy, because his wife is running for the state school board, is trying to do outrage, drum up support because they're trying to market it as these school districts. They're woke and they're leftist and they're progressive and they're putting litter boxes in the bathrooms and they're allowing these furries to take over and attack our children. And if you elect my wife to the school board, then you know what? We'll put a stop to this. We'll stop this leftist progressive agenda and put a stop. Guys, it's not that. It's all politicized, right? It's all politicized. So anyway, stop it. Just stop it. Quit doing it. I think that's a pretty simple take. I think the kids don't need to be necessarily wearing the little ears. But I don't think for 1 minute they were I just really don't believe that the school district was putting litter boxes in the bathroom. I think those kids were just being kids, and I think they started telling a tale, and the longer they told it, the wilder it got. That's really what I think happened. But if you listen to this, my God, they were doing satanic sacrifices and shit right there in the classrooms. Holy hell. Oh, people, calm the fuck down. God. All right. So enough of that nonsense, right? Enough of that nonsense. Let's have some fun. It's Friday. I wanna have a little fun here, right? Let's just have a little fun. So what do we got here? I'm afraid to translate. What was this guy holding this girl? Let's see. Okay. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, sister, that ain't happening. I love you, dear, but oh, that's wrong, but it's funny as hell. Oh, that's wrong, but it's funny as hell. Oh, God. You've heard weirder than litter boxes in the bathroom. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that you probably have heard there's some weird stuff that do happen in the schools. Don't get me wrong. There are, but I don't think that was the case there. I think it was just overblown, political sensationalism trying to move an agenda. So good morning, Toxic. How you doing this morning? What we got here? Bro's heartbeat skipped a beat. Okay, so we got a dude here. Looks like he's been under anesthesia or something. Let's see what
Wife, she'll get upset if she sees you touching me like that on my chest.
I am your wife.
Sup?
Oh God. You've worked in retail. You've seen. Listen, derp, or drip. Is it derp fish? I worked in retail from 1990 to 2004. I worked in retail in Illinois, in Indiana, Arkansas, Louisiana. I was a field technician, and I worked on cash registers and the PCs in the back of the stores that ran the cash registers up front. I did it all. If it was a point of sale system, it was inside of a Target, a Walmart, a Kmart, Sears, Pep Boys. Oh God, I worked on them, and let me tell you something. I saw some things in all those years too. I guarantee you. But this is watch this again. That's pretty cool. I like this one. Let's watch this one.
Wife, she'll get upset if she sees you touching me like that on my chest.
Yeah, don't touch me like that.
Sup?
Did you hear that dude's heart? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, he's like, sup. He's like, damn, you looking good, baby. What's this? Twitch has banned Alinity and is making her go through copyright school to restore channel. Are you serious? This chick yeeted her cat. She yeeted her cat. But now they're going to make her go. How about, oh my God. Copyright school. What the hell? Copyright school. Okay, whatever. All right, get good, I guess, Alinity. Hell, I don't know. Go back to yeeting your cat. At least you won't have to go to copyright school. I don't know. Animator Plastic Action created a stop-motion version of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out versus Street Fighter. Okay, let's check this out. I'm going to turn that music off something. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Uh-oh, Tyson's up. Here we go, fight. Uh-oh. Is he out? He's out. Tyson wins. So, tell me something. Speaking of Tyson, Tyson's got a boxing match coming up here not too long, right? That was cool, right? People that can do that is this plastic action. The guys have that, man. That's some skill set. But anyway, um, Tyson's got a boxing match coming up here shortly with Logan Paul. It's going to be live on Netflix, from everything I've seen. And if you've got a Netflix account, whatever, you're going to be able to watch it at no additional cost. That's my understanding from what I've read and saw. And I don't. I've seen the training videos that Tyson has put out on Twitter, the little Twitter, feed, little minute, whatever it is, 60-second training. That man's scary. I know he's like 50 something years old. He's my age, right? But the man's scary. He is bad scary. I wouldn't take a punch from Mike Tyson. Body, head, nothing. I wouldn't. He'd kill me. He would literally kill me, right? My insides would just explode if he punched me. For no amount of money. You could not, there is not enough money on it you could put on a table. Millions of dollars. You offer me millions of dollars, I would not take a punch from that man. And I think Logan Paul climbing into the room or into the ring with him is scary stuff. I think Logan potentially, if Tyson gets mad, if Tyson, and I've seen some like little shorts, YouTube shorts thing, and I think they're AI. I don't think they're real. Well, I know there was an interview that Joe Rogan did with Ric Flair, and they talked about it, right? But then I've seen some subsequent ones where it's just Joe Rogan talking, and they're talking about how supposedly, and I again, I don't know if this is true or not. I guess basically I didn't care enough to dig into it too deeply. But Logan's supposedly talking about Tyson's child that had passed away, and supposedly Logan was told not to do that, and he continued to do it. And I guess Tyson has really gotten upset about this. You know what? Let's just real quick. Let's see if I can. Let me just see something. If there's any truth to that at all, real quick here. Let's see. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, see, they're like there's videos out there, right? YouTubers and stuff are making stuff, whatever. But I want to think this is like one of those, I don't know what you'd call it, like butterfly effects or something of that nature. I don't think it's real. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'll just say this. I'm watching the fight. I'm not a Logan Paul. I'm not a boxing fan per se. I'm definitely not. But I don't know. I think Tyson could hurt the man, hurt him bad. We'll see. Anyway, so this YouTuber. Let's see. Okay, let me get the scene up here so you guys can see this. YouTuber Damon's son builds insane structures in Minecraft. Time lapse of YouTubers builds. Okay, so let's see. Oh, that's wild. That's impressive. It really is. I don't know how people have time. I mean, mute this music because I'm getting claimed because of these audio clips they put behind these things. This is wild. Very. I don't know how people have the patience, right? And to do this type of stuff. Because you're talking about hours and hours and hours, right? And I understand it was creative mode, and you have unlimited access to the little building block cubes and stuff like that. But irrespective, the just the patience, right, to do something like this. And I tried playing Minecraft like once or twice. That's a Minecraft veteran. Yeah, I've tried playing Minecraft. I didn't understand the game. I didn't understand how to progress through the game. I got tired of getting blowed up by the little, I don't know if they're called creepers or whatever the hell they are. I just quit. I was like, it was too frustrating to me. I didn't understand. I think if I'd understood how to progress through the game, and yes, I could have watched YouTube videos, how let's play or whatever, but I think the bottom line was I just. That's why I play games like Valheim. Valheim's more realistic to me. Yeah, anyway. But no, this is very impressive. This is very impressive. This is, and so too slow for you. I maybe that's what it is, toxic. Maybe the pace is too slow. Here's the thing. I don't mind, going and grinding out and getting mats and stuff to build things. I don't mind that at all. You know, been doing that now because Valheim just dropped their latest biome, the Ashlands. Me and my team of buddies and stuff, we're playing through it now. I think there's 6 of us that are playing through it, and we just killed. We just killed Mater, which is the boss for the mountain biome. So we're now moving into the plains. And then once we get through the plains, we have to go to the Mistlands. And then once we get through the Mistlands, we then get to go straight into the Ashlands, which is the latest biome. And we're progressing through it pretty quickly. We're basically doing a biome a day. It used to take us forever, but we've played through it so many times that we pretty much have it streamlined. We can go through a biome in a day, get the mats, get everything we need, go kill the boss, then go to the next. So maybe by this weekend, first of next week, definitely, we should be in the Mistlands, and I'm looking forward to it. But this guy here, Damon's son, great job, dude. Very, very impressive. What is this here? At that point, it's time to consider a warmer location. When they ask you how life is going, she's shoveling snow. So right there, she's shoveling snow. Yeah, it's not going good. If this is what you're doing, it's not going good. Let's see what we got here. And she's shoveling all this stuff with that's not like a shovel that you would use to shovel snow with. I know that. I lived up in northern Indiana and Illinois and stuff. They got big snow shovels that you use because you can scoop that little thing there. No. Oh my garden seed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that poor woman. All that work and stuff is undone, and on top of that, it just shits all. No. Yeah, it's time to move. It's time to think of a different geographical location to live. What is this here? A couple on TikTok found a secret room 20 feet under their home. What is this here? Okay. Let's look at this article. Couple shock after finding secret manhole 20 feet under their jacuzzi. Oh my, what? A couple found a hidden manhole 20 feet beneath their jacuzzi while renovating their home. Though they have plans for the extra space, they've run into one big problem. In March, the couple found a hidden room behind a bookcase in their house. They even called the police to investigate. It felt eerie to them. Hey, couple. But that's not the only... Wow, okay. This has nothing to do... Who wrote this article? Dexter, I'd like to kick you right in your giblies. All right. That's not the only time someone has found a secret room in their home. This is superfluous information we didn't need to know. People find secret things in their homes whenever they start. That's the problem. You start renovating, you never know what you're going to find, people. It ain't so. God, Lord. She made a nice snow angel. Yeah, she did. Toxic 100% made a nice snow angel. Yeah. This April, TikTokers Trevor and Haley were renovating their living room and decided to remove their misplaced jacuzzi. After they pulled the jacuzzi up from the floor, the couple realized they may have uncovered an even bigger problem. Once they did a bit of personal investigation, they discovered a manhole 20 feet below their living room floor. That's not all. The manhole leads to Lake Huron, an open body of water in Michigan. Haley noted in her TikTok, and her and Trevor's viral TikTok, that it's impossible to pump the water out since it's connected to a lake from a 6-foot pipe. Despite the water in the manhole not leaking into the couple's home, they shared what they'd like to do with the extra space. We're going to keep exploring it, and possibly we will drain it and maybe create a game room or bowling alley laying down there, they told Newsweek. Haley also shared with the news outlet that people who found out about the manhole theorized that what they thought it came from. The wildest theory that we've heard is that it was used in the Prohibition days to smuggle alcohol over from Canada since it's so close. Well, that's not out of the realm of possibilities, right? If it's right into Lake Huron, they could have been using Lake Huron to furry, use boats to bring in booze from Canada. Yeah, it's possible, sure. It all depended on how the house was. When was the house built? What's that? It's engagement baiting. Yeah, I know that, Seth. I know that this possibly could be engagement baiting. It's possible, 100%. So, yeah, exactly. And he gets that good Canadian Miss. I like Canadian Miss whiskey. Yeah, you put that in some. Well, let's see what we have here. Okay, we got music, and it's TikTok, so I don't trust it. Okay, because the music always so. Yeah, it's okay. So look, that could just be a manhole cover or something. You may not be wrong, Seth. It could all be. Yeah, it could all be just staged. You're right, Seth. It could be engagement baiting. It very well could be, because they didn't really show. They just show pictures, right? And then they show all of a sudden now we got live action camera when they get down inside this cistern. Yeah, come on. Don't be that. What is this? Mago Mattis is a talented magician and creative producer. This is one of his most challenging to understand illusions. Robotina. Oh my gosh, what is this? Robotina. What is it? Okay. I think I have this figured out. So they have cameras. They have cameras in the little robot's eyes here, right? Okay. There's wire here, feeds down into, or they've got wires, whatever. The girl's bent at half here, and she's actually inside of this. She's got a little camera or a little screen in there that's being from the cameras. Anyway, yeah. The future is now, old man. The table's thick enough for it to hot out our toaster. Like, yes, exactly, Squatchin. See, Squatchin and I on the same page. Squatch and I on the same page. Yeah, so I know I'm right. If Squatchin's, yeah, that's how that's done. It's still impressive. I'm not taking anything away from it. It's still impressive. Okay, what's this? Rim Dog's definition of a great day equals that. Well, hey, I think I'm gonna like this one. Let's see.
Rim Dog, what would make this good day a great day?
Waffle House.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go!
Let's go.
Waffle House.
This dude right here is raising this kid right. Father and son outing to the Waffle House, and he's getting some orange. Oh, and he's got a little baby sibling there. Look here. Look here. Kid's done got the hash browns. He's got them scattered. Looks like it doesn't put anything on them, so he just got them scattered. They're not smothered, covered, chopped, diced, or chunked, right? So it's just scattered, right? He's got him some scrambled eggs and some toast. See what else is he? I can't play it because of the meat. Oh, he done got him a waffle too. Kid is living his best life. Good for you, kiddo. Exactly. Waffle House makes any good day a great day. A great day. They named their child Rim Dog. Why not? Why not? Seth, you got a problem with naming a kid Rim Dog? Come on. There's nothing wrong with naming a kid Rim Dog. Get out of here. Get out of here. Rim Dog's a perfectly good name. Rim's a perfectly good name. Oh, me. Okay, so that's all the stuff I've got for today. I've enjoyed my week back with you guys. I'm looking forward to next week. Digging up stories and stuff. Points out to the chef suplexing a customer. Yeah, it's probably a nickname. You're right, Squatch. It's probably just Remy or something like that. And it's probably just like a nickname or whatever. Yeah. Remy is not. No. Seth. Quit being so negative. Don't be a negative Nancy. Okay? There's nothing wrong. People could say, listen, Seth. People could say that Seth is a horrible name. What do you think about that, huh? Thank you for tuning in, Faye. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend. One black guy I went to school with wants to have words with you, Seth. Exactly. So anyway, guys, I enjoyed my week back with you guys. I'm planning on being here. Like I say, typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You may get a Thursday show out of me as well. I'm going to be working on. I will be working on getting you guys some member-only content. Like I said, the channel memberships are available. Merch is still there, and so forth. I don't really have anything else. If any of you guys want to call in this morning real quick, we can have a quick conversation. Hop in the waiting to call. We can have a conversation. If not, I'm gonna get out of here, and we can go and start our Fridays so that we can get home sooner and start our weekends, right? And we can live to love and love to live, right? Live to love and love to live. Bring structure. Well, Squatch, I'm glad to be back. I really and truly am. I am glad to be back. So I noticed that Nerdy had put out another video over on Twitter, saying I guess he's got to wait for the strike to 100% roll off. I don't know if he tried to appeal. I did reach out to Nerdy in DMs, and I didn't hear back from him. Fortnite. If I find some time to play Fortnite, it will probably be on D-Max's stream. It is Fortnite Friday for him. He does do Fortnite streams on Fridays. He streams. if you guys haven't been checking him out, D-Max does stream. It's I think he streams on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And he plays a multitude of different games. Some of them I don't understand. I don't presume to understand what but Fridays he does do Fortnite. And he does play with people in the community and stuff. So, possibly if I get some free time and if work is not too overly bearing today, I may hop in there and maybe play a round or two of Fortnite with D-Max. As far as me streaming and playing Fortnite, if I do that, it probably will be Saturday, and it would be over on my gaming channel. I'm not going to promise you that I'm going to do it, but if I get some time and stuff, because I don't know what all we have on our agenda this weekend to do. One thing I know I've got to get done this weekend is I ordered myself one of those pellet grills that, you can smoke meat, and you can cook burgers and dogs. It's an all-in-one type thing. It has the little pellets that it feeds in there, and that's what you cook with. I ordered me one of them, right? I got the brand new deck. The brand new deck that we had built. We had to tear down the old deck in the back of the house and put up a brand new deck. It's completely done and all that. And so I wanted to get a really nice grill to put out there so we can start, grilling and cooking stuff on the grill. A little bit healthier way to cook stuff. So I want to do that. So I've got that, and I've got to get that put together, and that looks like it could be a project. The box is heavy. My Lord in heaven, it is so heavy. So I've got to struggle with that thing to get it into the area where I can get the box open and get the thing put together. Once I get it done, whatever, I'll try to maybe post some pictures or something on Twitter about it. But anyway, if I do any streaming this weekend, just make sure you follow my Twitter, at Riverter, and you guys can, the announcements will be there. Or if you're so inclined, you can also join my Discord. I've got a Discord up and going. If you hit the # and Discord, it should show up there in chat, a link to the Discord. Just make sure you follow the things to verify who you are so that you get the right rows assigned to you. If you're a channel member, you will get access to certain other additional features within the Discord itself if you're a channel member. So anyway, I think that's it. Listen, you guys have a great day. And remember to do what? That's right. Keep your powder dry. And I will see you in the funny papers.
I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become.